all I'm saying.
Do I have to wear a wire? Do I have to go talk to somebody? I would do anything.
Okay.
I didn't take.
On April 17th, 2024, a FedEx package containing 54 vintage baseball cards valued at $2.1 million arrived at the Best Western Plus in Strongsville, Ohio, destined for a nearby sports card convention. The package, sent by A Vintage Sports Cards and Memorabilia Company, was signed for upon delivery. On April 18th, 2024, when a representative of the company attempted to retrieve it, hotel staff reported the package missing. Security footage confirmed the delivery, prompting police to launch an immediate investigation into the theft. Evidence revealed that Jacob Paxton, a hotel employee, allegedly searched through incoming packages, stole the box, and delivered it to the home of his accomplice, Jason Bowling. On May 23, 2024, police executed a search warrant at Bowling's residence, recovering 52 of the 54 stolen cards, aided by phone records, surveillance footage, GPS data, and witness testimony. 2 cards, a 1909 T204 Ramly Walter Johnson, PSA Grade 5, and a 1941 Playball Nerf 14 Ted Williams, PSA Grade 8, collectively worth approximately $90,000, remain missing. On May 24, 2024, authorities interrogated Jacob Paxton, who recounted the events, addressed his involvement in the disappearance of the 2 cards, and claimed the theft was an honest mistake. The evidence suggests otherwise. Watch the interrogation closely and decide for yourself.
Jacob, you can read, correct?
I can.
Okay. All right. Well, I want you to read along. Before we get started, you asked for this interview, correct?
I did.
Okay. Read along with this.
Yes, sir.
Initial yes or no. All right. I'm going to read along with you. Okay. Do you understand that before we ask you any questions, it's my duty to advise you of your rights?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Do you understand that anything you say can be used against you in court or any other proceedings?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to consult an attorney before making any statement or answering any questions you may have him present with you during questioning? If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint you one.
Yes.
Do you understand that if you decide to answer questions without an attorney, you still have the right to stop the questioning at any time for the purpose of consulting an attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand that you may, however, waive the right to remain silent, and you may answer questions or make statements without consulting an attorney if you so desire?
Yes.
Then you sign at the bottom. And it's May 24th at 8 a.m.
24.
Okay. One more time to be clear, I was heading back to serve you your charges.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. You
Okay.
want to talk to me?
I do.
Okay. So go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
I did.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. We got plenty of time. Just relax. It's okay. This is the first we've met.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't lie about how I got the cards. I was paid by my boss, Ryan, to see what they were worth.
Who's Ryan? Last name?
Doak.
Okay.
He was my manager at Best Western.
Okay. Make sure you speak up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we're.
Yes. After I took them, I stopped at my brother's shop to see what they were.
What Jason is referring to is actually a recorded phone call between detectives and his brother, who owns a collectibles shop. In the conversation, they discussed the account Jason used to purchase the cards. His brother recognized the cards were far too valuable and told him they must have been stolen. Here's the recording.
Strongsville Pleaded, Detective Jesus.
Hi, Detective. I was calling about a case regarding expensive sports cards that were stolen from a hotel.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I own a collectible store in Cleveland. It's called the Geek Peak. And the guy who stole the cards is my brother.
The guy who stole the cards is your brother?
Yes, Jacob Paxton.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and so we don't really talk or anything. He showed up randomly with the cards. Basically, I challenged him that they had to be stolen because they're very expensive.
Okay.
I tried to get him to leave them here. He wouldn't, and then he kind of like ran out the door. When
was that?
Him. It would have been about probably about a month and a half ago. And after this situation, I actually have a text message on my phone to my mom.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Hey, Jake just stopped in."
What's your name?
I had no idea what they were. When he told me what they could be worth, but they could also possibly be fake, I panicked, and I stopped at my dad's old friend, somebody that I grew up with, you know. I stopped there to ask him what I should do, because I was in a panic. I didn't know what to do, and that's when me and him discussed, like we talked about it.
Who's me and him?
Me and Jason, my dad's friend.
What's Jason's last name?
Bowling.
Okay.
I talked to him, and that's when he grabbed the cards, and I told him, I said, I need to return these, but I don't want them to think that I took them from the hotel, because I didn't. I was paid that $200 by Ryan to see what they were worth. So when I said that, he looked at them and he grabbed them. He said, "You talk, it'll be the last thing you do." And then he looked at me and he said, "You know those pretty blue eyes?" And I said, all I did was shake my head. He said, "No more." And the only one that's got pretty blue eyes is my son. And I didn't take them from that hotel. I swear on everything I didn't. I did take them from my boss.
Okay.
I didn't try to sell them. I panicked after my brother told me what they were worth, and I went to Jason's house. That's when he took them from me and told me if I talked, it'll be the last thing I do. And then he threatened my son, and I got scared. They're dangerous people. I didn't know what to do. If I have no way to protect my son, you know, that little boy is all I have. Like, that is my everything. I'm not made for this. I didn't.
Take a deep breath. You're fine.
I'm not a thief. Yes, I got charged with stealing the sandwich from Sheetz. I was hungry. That was it.
Okay.
That was all that I've ever done. I don't have a background other than that sandwich.
Right.
I'm not a bad person.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I was so scared, because I knew once Ryan had told me that they were his and his husband's, that they had been collecting for a long time. He didn't want his husband to know he was trying to get rid of them. That's why he had asked me to do it. So I did it, and when I found out what they were worth, I knew that those weren't Ryan's. And that's when I went to Jason and asked Jason what I should do. And that's when he took the cards from me and told me that if I talked, it would be the last thing I do.
What did you think that meant? That's a very vague statement. The last thing you do. That
he would harm me and my kid. He said it would be the last thing I do. And then he looked at me and he said, "You know those pretty blue eyes?" I said, "Yes." He said, "No more." And he turned around and he walked away from me. That's why I was scared to say anything. Promise me my son is gonna be okay. Like, I don't want nothing. I told you his name. I don't want nothing to happen to my son.
Right. Look, this is an investigation. We keep everything secret.
I don't.
Right. So I don't even know how he would have access to your son. I can't make a promise that I can't keep. Okay. But I have no indication that your son would be in any kind of trouble.
He knows where my dad lives. He knows everything. He knows.
So where's your son at currently?
With my dad.
He's with your dad? I thought he was with your girlfriend.
No, he's with me. He stayed with my dad at my dad's house when they arrested me.
Okay.
My dad kept him just so he would be safe. And,
right.
You know, there's somebody always there to take care of him.
Right.
But I needed to tell you guys the truth because I didn't steal those cards. I'm
So, let me give you a copy of charges here, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're being charged with theft.
Okay.
You know why you're here, but
Yes.
this spells it out formally, okay? Go ahead and read that over real quick and tell me if there's something that you don't understand. Page is the charge, this page is just saying that you're being arrested for it, okay? So you're gonna get to keep that copy when we walk out of here, okay? Serious charge, okay?
I know, and that's why I needed to come tell you guys.
Right.
I know I was scared in the beginning. I was very scared. I know them people. I know how dangerous they are. I didn't want anything to happen to my son.
Why wouldn't you just take the cards right back to Ryan?
I didn't know what to do.
They were his cards. Why wouldn't you just take them back to him?
I was once my brother had told me, you know, where they were from, and you know, my brother had looked them up. I panicked. I knew what Ryan had did, and now I had them. I was scared. I didn't know what to do.
How'd you know what Ryan had done? Why would you know that?
My brother had looked it up. He said they were.
Right. Okay, I get all that. But look, he gave you the cards. He
Yes.
said they were his.
Yes.
You took them.
Yes.
When you found out something didn't seem right to you, why didn't you just return them to Ryan? Why didn't you come to the police?
I didn't.
Why do you go to this Jason guy?
I stopped to ask for advice. That's all I did. I stopped to ask. I stopped to ask him what I should do. I told him exactly.
Why not ask your father for advice? Or your mother, or your girlfriend, or anybody else close in your life? Why this guy?
He's helped me with court stuff before, like with my misdemeanor. Like he's the one that, you know, helped me with my court. That was the only reason I had asked, because he knows a lot about this stuff. That's the only reason I had stopped to ask. I had every intention to take them back to Ryan, and then Jason took them from me.
Okay.
And that's when he had threatened me and told me that it would be the last thing I do. And then that's when he told me, you know, those pretty blue eyes? He said, no more.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me a grin and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That was what he said to me. I was worried then. I had even stopped at his job a couple times to ask him to give me the cards back.
Uh-huh.
More than once. He works at the Shoreham on Lake Road.
Right. So you asked him for the cards back, and you're saying that's because you wanted to return to Ryan.
I wanted, after I found out that they were stolen, and after detectives called me, I had asked Jason for the cards back, and he said it was too late for that. Yeah. I told him, I said, you know, they're gonna charge me with that if I don't return them. And that's, I had talked to Detective Glover, I believe it is, and that's when I had even showed up at Jason's work unannounced and asked him for the cards back. Like I told him, and like that's when he told me, like,
What's this business like?
What's that?
What's this business like? I've never been there.
The Shoreham?
Yeah, what's the building like?
It's an apartment complex.
Okay.
But
So where did you meet him at that complex? What did he do there?
He maintenance. I met him outside, like right at his truck. My woman could vouch for that. Like she knows we stopped there. She don't know that I asked him for the cards, but we had stopped there.
Okay. On what dates did you stop there? And what were you driving when you went there?
My Kia.
You're driving your Kia.
Yes.
So your Kia would be on any kind of video camera.
Yes.
Okay, so you drove your Kia.
Yes.
You were a Kia. Girlfriend was with you.
Yes.
Okay. She watched you meet with Jason.
Yes.
So this is outside in the open.
Yeah, we were. He was painting curbs.
Okay.
And we had talked while he was doing that.
Okay. What dates were this?
Fuck.
Let's start with how many times. That's an easy. Honest.
Twice.
Two times.
Twice. I had stopped there and asked him for the cards back. Twice.
Next week it won't be 3 times.
No.
2 weeks from now it won't be one time.
No, twice. It was
You
twice.
won't be mistaken on the location.
No. It was at the Shoreham on, I believe it's Edgewater or Lake.
Okay, at least 2 times. You don't remember the exact date. That's fine.
It was midday. I'd say between 11 and 2.
Okay. All right.
What else could I tell you? He was painting curbs outside of his building. I had done a couple Ubers that delivered over there. That's why I had stopped over there to ask them. Like I had talked to Detective Glover, and then I had stopped there after my Uber to ask Jason for them back, and I was told that it was too late for that. And I started to panic then, and he pretty much turned around and walked away from me. I stood there for a second, and I walked back to my car. But no, it was only, I stopped there twice and asked him for those cards back so I could bring them back. I had every intention of returning them to Ryan. I swear on everything, and then Jason took them from me. I didn't.
Okay, so you go to meet with Jason a couple times.
Yes, sir.
To get the cards back. So how about communication with Ryan? What's going on with that?
I had messaged Ryan a couple times on Crew, on our app for our work. I told him that I wouldn't be able to make it in to work the next day. I really did. I was really messed up. But I texted him that, and that's when he texted me back on the Crew app and told me that it would just be better if I parted ways with Best Western. And that I had already put in my 2 weeks. I told him I still had a week left of my 2 weeks. But he never asked me about the cards after that. After detective showed up, after Jason took them, and I text Ryan like, hey, look, I'm not gonna make it in tomorrow. I'm not feeling the greatest. Son's sick, got a horrible cold. Ryan texted me back and told me it would be better if I parted ways, it would be better if I parted ways with Best Western.
So let's lock down this timeline.
Yes.
And if I say anything that's not true,
yes,
correct me.
Okay.
I'm not going to put any words in your mouth,
okay.
right?
Yes.
So the cards get stolen
okay.
from your work, obviously,
okay.
right?
I didn't know that. But
right,
yeah,
right,
okay.
right.
Yes.
I get it. I understand. Look, I know you don't tell the truth a lot. I get it. I get you resort to, because you're sitting here with that charge because you've not been truthful for a while, okay? Wait, that's okay.
Okay.
I let you speak. Let me just say.
Yes.
Okay. So, I understand how you like the word salad. You like to pick out words, and if they're not specifically exact to what had happened, you say no. So I get that. It's how you kind of stay where you feel you're being truthful. We don't color in that. Okay. So all we want is the truth, as best you know it. Okay.
Yes.
And if I'm not using the exact specific word, you're a smart guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm driving at.
Okay.
So let's just forget the whole. Okay. You didn't take the cards, they were given to you. I get it, doesn't matter, you're in possession of them.
Okay.
Receiving stolen property, whether it's a theft or receiving stolen property, it's a felony charge. They're just as bad.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So let's get around the semantics of all that, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're not sitting here wearing that with us off this picking apart words, okay?
Okay.
So let's just have the whole truth, right? Okay? I think you've been pretty truthful with so far, because I'm letting you tell a story. I know where you're not telling me the truth. I know where you are telling me the truth. And right now I feel like I'm getting 80% truth from you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I'm letting you keep talking.
Okay.
All right? As soon as I start feeling that 80 drops to 20, we're done.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's fine. I know where the truth is and where it's not.
Okay.
Okay? And I know where there's some play. Like maybe something could be what you're saying. So let's just work through a little bit of a timeline. Okay? You're working at the Best Western.
Correct.
All right. When were you first approached to take these cards?
I relieved Ryan. I believe it was a Wednesday night.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what day it is.
So you're his relief.
Yes.
Okay.
I relieved Ryan. I was night audit.
Mm-hmm.
I had went to close the pool, and he had come to where I was closing the pool, and that's when he had talked to me about it. And I told him, yeah, I needed to.
Now let's get specific. He
Okay.
talked to you about it.
Yes.
What was the conversation?
He told me that he couldn't say anything in front of the cameras because his husband TJ watches the cameras. He has access to the cameras. He didn't want his husband to know that he was getting rid of the cards. I said, okay. I said, well, what am I supposed to do with them? He said, can you just take them to see what they're worth? And that's when I told him, I said, I gotta work, I have things to do, I have money I have to make. He said, I'll pay you. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever, it is what it is. I need the money.
Uh-huh.
I needed diapers, wipes, and stuff.
So this conversation's happening beside the pool?
Yeah.
In the building?
Yeah, right. Like, if you walk down a hallway and you're going to the pool, you got to go through a door. It was right there in that hallway.
Okay.
So that's when he told me that his husband watches the cameras, and he didn't want his husband to hear that, you know, he was trying to get rid of the cards.
Okay.
So I told him, I said I had to be at work to make money, and that's when he told me he'd pay me.
Okay.
So I told him, you know, I said, screw it, you know,
All
cool,
right.
you know, I'll take it. You know, I took the money from him.
Okay. So you took the money right there in the hallway?
Yeah, he handed me the 100 and 250s.
Okay.
Um,
So 102.50s.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. 250s.
yes, sir.
And then, when did you get the cards? Where did those come from?
The next morning when he come in, he told me that they were in his car. When I left, I stopped at his car. He said it was unlocked. I grabbed the cards from his car. I put them in my car, and I left.
So you took the cards from his car
Yes,
and put them in yours
yes,
on his instructions.
yes.
Did he give you the key to the car, or was it already
He
unlocked?
said it was unlocked.
And what's his car?
It's a blue Kia, newer Kia. I forget exactly what it is,
Okay.
but it's a SUV, blue SUV.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I
Anything odd about it? Anything?
no, I opened his car door. There was nothing out of the ordinary. The boxes were
Anything
sitting
else
there.
inside the car?
No, the two boxes were on his front seat. He had a jacket kind of on the
Describe
side
the
of him.
boxes to me. What do these boxes look like?
They were rectangular black boxes. Had some writing on them. I don't remember exactly what they were.
Okay.
What was written on them, but they were rectangular black boxes. I grabbed the two boxes and I headed to my brother's shop.
Okay.
And that's when I had
Directly to his shop from
Yeah.
there in the morning?
Yeah. No. I stopped to get gas.
Okay.
Grabbed a pack of cigarettes at Shell right there.
Gas at the Shell?
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
And what time in the morning would that have been?
that was at 7.
And that's the one right there by the...
Yeah, right in front of the hotel.
Okay.
I stopped there.
Did you go inside for anything, or did you just get gas?
No, I went in and I grabbed a pack of cigarettes.
Okay.
Would you give us consent to search your phone?
Yes.
Okay, so if I go right now, get a consent form, I don't want you to think you're being coerced. You don't have to. We have enough probable cause to take this to a judge and put it on the judge's desk and see what the judge says. But we would like to expedite this, okay? Did you see the picture? Did you show him the picture?
I was working to that.
You should show him the picture while I get a consent form.
Right.
Check this picture out real quick.
Okay. We recovered all the cards.
Okay.
We have them.
Okay.
Oh, with one little thing, we're missing 2 of them.
Okay.
Where are those 2 cards?
I didn't keep any of them. I swear on everything. I didn't.
Do you understand how that would help you if you...
Yes, if I knew 100%, I would tell you. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't keep that.
Don't panic. Did you see any of us yelling at you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just.
Take a deep breath.
I'm
Drink
not,
some water.
I'm not built
Drink
for
some
this.
water.
It's
No,
my
it's
first
fine.
time ever in trouble.
We know.
I didn't.
Bro, drink some water, take a deep breath, relax. Can I have a pen? First of all, you remember these Miranda rights, right?
I do.
With this in mind, are you willing to let us...
I have nothing to hide.
Okay, at this point, you've got nothing to hide, right? Your full name, please? I need you to read this out loud.
Can you give me just
Take as
one
much
minute?
time. Breathe, relax.
Low key.
Right. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay? You have to understand, now you're implicating Ryan. Ryan, you know Ryan's history.
Yes.
Which is why you told me before you didn't feel comfortable keeping your kid around Ryan.
Correct.
Okay. So now,
I
now we're gonna bring Ryan into the picture. To take, right now all the weight is on Jacob's shoulders.
Yes.
And some of that weight to come off Jacob's shoulders is gonna have to be shared with somebody else. If there's evidence on your phone, at this point, help yourself. Our case against you is airtight, my friend.
Okay.
Airtight. We have statements and video surveillance and everything. So,
I know, and that's
help yourself.
and that's why I knew I fucked up
It's
by
okay.
taking those from Ryan. I knew I did.
Okay.
But I didn't say anything because I and even saying it,
Relax.
I'm worried. I don't want anything to happen to my son.
Nothing's gonna happen to your son.
I don't. These people
They
are
don't know
dangerous
what-
people.
They're not.
They-
We have interviewed Mike Caniglia, we brought him in, and Jason. And relax, okay, relax.
They are bad people, though. They know where my son is at.
There's a difference between bad and dangerous. There's a difference between bad and dangerous. Bad, they are. Dangerous, they're not. Take a couple of breaths, and then I need you to read this out loud to make sure that you understand. I don't want you to just sign without understanding.
And you do know that the thing that keeps your son the safest is you being 100% truthful.
And that's why
you keep us running in any little circle, wasting time, searching for stuff, that's on you. You're the father. It's your job. So be honest. I like where you've been so far this morning.
I didn't keep none of those cards on everything.
I got you. We believe you.
I believe you.
Okay.
Take
a breath. Take some water.
Drink water. Relax. Did you eat this morning? Did they feed you yet? All right, we'll get you back and get some breakfast.
And then it'll be that whole process of whether you get bond or not, or I'm sure you'll get bond, how high the bond's gonna be, okay? It doesn't help. So that these cards are missing. So can you help me understand where would they be?
After my
You do know, I said, I don't care that you exactly know. Do you have any idea? Like, can you speculate? You know, you're a creative guy. Where would they be if they're not where they should be? They should be in those two boxes you described.
Correct.
They're not. So where would they be?
After Jason had taken them, like my brother put the cards back in the box and pretty much told me he couldn't do anything with them. And I went from his shop straight to Jason's. Jason took those boxes out of my car and took them into his house. I didn't even open them from my brother's shop to Jason's house. I didn't even touch them. Like I didn't even pull the boxes out. I just showed Jason the boxes. I said I don't know what to do.
So your speculation is that Jason has these two cards?
I would have to be, because I didn't keep anything out of that.
Okay.
I was so nervous and so scared. I drove 2 streets up just to try to talk to somebody I know to calm down. And that's
Who was that somebody?
Jason. That was Jason.
Okay.
And like I was hyperventilating in the car. Like I was scared. You know, after my brother had told me everything. You know what the cards were. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I drove to Jason's house to take a breather, to get a cigarette from him. You know, I had already smoked a pack that day. Like that's when they were taken from my car, but they were never opened from my brother's shop to Jason's house.
Right, it's not a far drive.
No, it's not a far drive at all. I couldn't even see straight. I shouldn't have even drove. Like I sat in the car next to my brother's shop for a good 10-15 minutes trying to get myself to breathe while Junior was crying in the back seat. Like
Do you understand how that seems a little like not plausible in this story? Okay. The news you got shouldn't have put you in that big of a panic.
When my brother,
that news should have been like, okay, they either are really valuable because the story you got, again, I'm rehashing what I've already said.
Yes.
Okay. The story you got doesn't put that weight on you. It doesn't make sense to throw you into that kind of a panic unless something else in your story is not true.
No.
Or you're omitting some kind of information, like maybe you've been taking and selling stolen items from the hotel for a long time, now this one's too big, or what's going on? But I just don't understand. That doesn't translate to me. But okay, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense.
What freaked me out, the last thing my brother said to me is, if they're real, he said they're most likely stolen because they were supposed to be at auction. Whatever he had looked up, he told me they were auction cards.
Okay.
That's when I panicked. That's when I grabbed the boxes, and I had every intention of taking them back to Ryan. I made one stop just to try to calm down so I could drive, and that's when Jason had taken them from me. I didn't even open the boxes. I went straight to the car and straight to Jason's house.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You're, like Andy said, in that 80% telling the truth, there's some wiggle room. Now, have you ever been to Jason's house?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the surveillance cameras he has?
Yes.
Okay. So are you aware that there's a video of what you're talking about?
Yes. Yes. I'm well aware of that.
Okay. So what you're telling me is, if I review that video, I'm going to see what you're describing.
Yes.
Versus you handing him the boxes.
When we were standing at the back of my car, I was explaining to Jason what had just happened, and that's when Jason had told me to give them to him. And then when I was standing there, he started to reach for the boxes. He grabbed one, I gave the other to him, and
I'm listening, go ahead.
and I had stood there with him.
You don't have to eat it,
Okay.
but it's there, it's an option.
Okay. And that's when he said what he had said to me, and I took that as I would.
Did Andy tell you how much those cars are worth?
I read it.
That's as of yesterday. Read it out loud.
1,800,000.
No. That was yesterday's
We
figure.
got the official value.
The red is the official value as of yesterday, my dude. After we brought you in, after we recovered the cards, this company, I want to show you. Can I come next to you?
Yeah,
I don't want you to feel
absolutely.
scared.
No, you.
All right. The red are the value of those cards. I got you. This number is $2,123,447, my friend. 2.1 million. You know what I'm saying? You see, the thefts are classified by value. This is a felony of the first degree, as you see on your paperwork. At this point, you are so deep in the bullshit. The only thing you can do to help yourself is help us find the two cards, whatever information, that we can go to the prosecutor and say, yes, he did something wrong, yes, he was scared of the police, but he at least helped us recover these two cards that are worth almost $100,000. That is a charge in and of itself. If you get 10 years here, each of these can slap 10 more years on you. So
I didn't.
relax. I know you didn't steal them. Help me find them. That's all I'm saying.
Do I have to wear a wire? Do I have to go talk to somebody? I would do anything.
Okay.
I didn't take.
Okay, relax. It's okay. Take a deep breath, my dude. Take a deep breath. Okay? Take a very deep breath. Relax. Okay? I'm not trying to give you a heart attack. I just want you to understand how serious this is.
I didn't.
I know you didn't take them.
I didn't even keep any. I didn't keep any of these.
So okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When you here's this card, right? Card
Yes.
number 2. This card alone, what's this number?
$26,000.
316.
Yes.
All right, that's this card. Okay. This Lou Gehrig card, you know Lou Gehrig, right? They named the disease after him. He's that big of a deal.
I did a report on him.
Did you really?
Yeah, back in like 5th grade, I did a report on him.
Okay. Well, this one's actually my bad. I was wrong. This is what? How much is this?
$6,226.
Okay, so we have almost 6,000 plus 26,000. But okay, maybe not 100,000, but there's still
Still a felony.
still a felony. But so listen, I know you didn't take them. I get that. What we're at. Listen to my question.
Yes, sir.
My question is, help me find them. I'm not saying you took them. Hear me out. I'm
Yes, sir.
not accusing you of stealing.
Yes.
I am asking your assistance in finding these two. Where do you think they went? If you were to speculate.
I don't even. The boxes went straight from.
You okay?
How about this? You know he's a bad dude. You said you know all the bad things he's done. So you're familiar with his criminal enterprise. Where would he take these two cards to sell them?
I don't know where he would take them, if
Drink some water, man. Drink some water. You're stressing yourself out.
I'm
You're really stressing yourself out.
I'm worried because I didn't keep any
I
card.
I know you didn't steal these. I'm asking you for your assistance in helping. The police is asking your help right now. That's all we're saying.
And he's got so many places he could take stuff to. I
Who's
don't.
he?
Jason, I don't.
So that's my question. Do you think these two cards would be with Ryan or with Jason?
I don't. I have no idea. I never even. I didn't count any of the cards when I took them to my brother, and when I took them to Jason, I didn't count them. I didn't.
How many cards did you take to your brother's shop?
I don't know. I took 2 boxes. They were 2 long rectangle black boxes that I took.
And how did your brother assess them? Did he open the boxes?
Yes. But I was standing right next to him. Everything he took out, he put back and set on his desk and told me.
Okay.
He's like, if these are stolen, you're in big trouble, dude. And that's when I kind of panicked.
Okay.
And that's when I went to my car. I sat there for a minute, trying to breathe, trying to get myself together. And Jason's only a couple streets away. That's when I drove there.
Okay, good. All right.
I swear.
I believe you. I believe you, dude. Right now, we're going to give you a 10-15 minute break. I just need you to get your breathing under control, relax, eat something, just snack on something. I don't want you to pass out from not having eaten.
I'm
Snack on something.
I want to sit here with you. We're not going to ask any questions about this
Right.
case. I'm going to check some things on my phone. You're going to, if you want to eat, don't eat, take some water,
Just
relax.
whatever you want to do. Just, well, listen. I'm going to ask you 3 more questions.
Yes, sir.
But then I want to give you an idea before you talk to your attorney. I want you to mull this through, okay? First thing I want to know is, did you or the employees know that there was a card convention next door?
I hadn't been told about it. I think Ryan, I forget, somebody had said something like that day. Oh, it was Dwayne. Dwayne, the previous day, he's like,
Yeah.
we're having a card convention here. He said it was at the hotel, though.
Okay.
I didn't, okay, we
All right.
have conventions and shit here all the time. I mean, nothing but a thing,
So Wednesday night, you came in for your night duty.
Yes, sir.
Who did you relieve?
Ryan.
Ryan. Who relieved you?
Ryan.
So it was Ryan's shift, Jacob's shift, Ryan's shift.
Yes.
Okay.
He worked 3 to 11. I worked 11 to 7. He worked 7 to 3.
Okay. And then with the Jason thing, with the boxes.
Yes.
What did you tell Jason about how you came across these boxes? Like, how did they become in your custody?
I told him that I was in a panic over the cards.
Yeah, but how did the cards get?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
When I told him I was in a panic over the cards,
Mhm.
he said, "Do I want to know?" And I said, "I got them from my boss." I said, "And now I don't know what to do." And that's when he had told me.
Okay. All right.
I-
So-
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. This is your opportunity to ask us questions.
Okay.
What do you want to know? What's on your mind? Besides maybe your kid.
Am I going to jail forever for something that I didn't steal?
Forever? No, you're not going to jail forever. There are people who commit murders and don't go to jail forever. Now, I do want to let you know procedurally how this works. Anything, Andy?
No, just be truthful.
Yes, sir.
And I know in your mind you don't feel you've done anything wrong, but some of this weight falls on you.
I know.
You got to help
I know.
shift it off yourself.
I know, and that's why I had to. It ate me alive knowing that. I was so worried. You're right, and that's why I needed to come talk to you guys today.
The truth early would have kept you, but all the lying really just kind of messed things up. So,
I was just
and now we don't
scared.
know.
This is my first time.
Right, I get it, but I get it. We will be taking you back to the back, so we're gonna have to put these back on you.
Okay.
For that. This is yours, so if you want to fold it up, put it in your pocket to make it easier. Do you want to take your food back with you? Do you want us to just throw it in the trash? What do you want?
You throw it away.
Okay, because I don't want you getting sick. Nobody wants you getting sick.
I know.
So,
Like with bond, like am I able to call like a bail bondsman or something?
so that's what'll happen. So when they set the bond, they usually don't make you pay all of it. You can get a bail bondsman, pay a percentage of it.
Okay.
But if they make the bond, say 20% you owe, if they make the bond 100 grand, you're gonna owe 20 to get out. Do you know anybody who's gonna come give you 20 grand? See what I'm saying? So that's where the
Jacob Paxton pleaded guilty to aggravated theft of $1.5 million or more. On December 16, 2024, he was sentenced to 4 to 6 years in prison and ordered to pay $90,000 in restitution for the 2 missing vintage baseball cards. Jason Bowling pleaded guilty to receiving stolen property. He was sentenced to 1 year of community control probation on December 16, 2024.